You're gonna fly away. Glad you're going my way. I love it when we're cruising together. The music is played for love. Cruising is made for love. I love it when we're cruising together. Y'all wanna cruise with me real quick? It's not as easy as it looks. What's up, guys? My gosh, what a day. Oh man, I wanted to shoot this video before it got dark real quick. I got a video in the editor that's been sitting there for like a day and a half. Actually longer than that. Every time I shot the other video yesterday when I was walking and I had to take that one out. I had to save it and take it out. Something about the entire 50 states of America. I shot it like 4 days ago. Let me say this to you guys real quick. This is tough doing these YouTube videos, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a lot of work. And I'm not making excuses or nothing like that, but it's a lot of stuff to do. Again, I'm not a guy that, I'm not making fun of anybody that does this, but I'm not a guy that just, shows silver and shows his hands and just talks. I mean, I could do that, and I have done that. And not put any pictures or videos in or try to put any funny stuff. I could just shoot a video, shoot a video, and put it up. But I feel like I'd be giving you guys a disservice. And I feel like you guys deserve better than that and deserve more than that. So it takes me a lot of work to do this. Especially me swimming upstream for the things that I talk about. And I'm not making this as a woe is me type of thing, because it's not like that. I had somebody ask me a very interesting question yesterday. Somebody I truly admire and care about. They asked me, why are you doing that, man? Why are you doing this? That was a good question. The algorithms on YouTube and any kind of, I guess, social media now has really been geared towards people learning and knowing only one thing, you know what I mean? And what I talk about, I definitely go against that. So I'm swimming upstream in many ways. Again, the things that I talk about, I'm always going against the grain. And I got a lot of things to do. I'm a husband. That my wife doesn't drive a car. She doesn't drive. So I have to take her places because she gets anxiety driving out in Las Vegas. Las Vegas is crazy. It is a crazy city to drive in. And I don't blame her for that. You know what I mean? It's a sardine. It's like a can of sardines here, man. It really is. And plus I'm running a couple of different things going on. And I do a lot, just like you guys do. We all got stuff going on. And so for me to be talking about these things and doing this stuff, it takes time. It really does. You don't really notice it until you're really doing it. And you're just like, man, I can't just, turn on the camera. That's why sometimes I do that. I just turn on the camera and go. But the last couple of them, even these, I've been putting in the editor and doing things with them if I got a little bit more time. But when they asked me, why am I doing this? I had to really think about that. Because I don't want to hear myself talk. I know I'm not trying to save the world because I can't do it by myself. So why am I doing this? Because I know I got a lot of things that going against me. You know what I mean? And it was a real simple answer. I'm doing it because I know it's the right thing to do. That's the answer. I mean, I could have got all philosophical about it and this, that, and the third. It calls to me though. Like when I don't make a video, I feel like SHIT. I really do. And let me tell you guys something. If you have good books at home, the Bible's the best book, of course. But my favorite book is Think and Grow Rich. I read that a lot. But every once in a while, I don't read it for a while. And then I pick it up after maybe a year and a half. And as a human being and as a man, we mature and we grow, right? And you become a different person. And when you do that, those same, I guess, words in that book or the phrases in that book or whatever that book is meaning, it's different, and I've been reading it lately, and a lot of things that's going on in the world and what I talk about on my YouTube channel is popping up when I read that book. Just like with Star Wars, when I'm watching Star Wars now. You know, a couple of you guys left some really good comments for me, because let me tell you something. Everybody has that voice in their head, man. That little voice. And I have a lot of little voices, but when it comes to YouTube, that little voice I have of, man, why are you doing this, man? Who cares? Nobody watches your videos anyways. You say the same things over and over again. Just stop making the videos and go out here and make more money. You're wasting freaking time. You could have made X amount of this or did that instead of making these dumb videos. Why do you do it? Just stop, man. Just go ahead. And that little voice does get to me sometimes. I'm not going to lie to you. And it has gotten to me over these past 2.5 years, because I'd go on a couple of months where I just didn't make any videos. But now, the worse this world is getting, the more and more I think I need to do these videos. Am I going to change anything? I don't know. I don't know if I am. But I had a few people tell me that I have. Sean told me that. Sean left me a really good comment. And I really appreciate that, Sean. I really, really appreciate that. And let me tell you something. I appreciate every single comment and view I get. And if you're one of those people that just watch and never comments, that's perfectly okay too. I mean that. Because there's a lot of videos out here, a lot of things you can be doing. And if you stop by here with me for 20, 30 minutes and hear me ranting and screaming about the same thing over and over again, I appreciate that. But it's tough sometimes. I'm not going to lie. I'm a human being, just like we all are. And that little voice comes out, man. He peeks his ugly head a lot. I love this house, too. Look at this one. Look at that. So much nature. Thought about doing that. That's a lot of work right there. That's a house, not a jungle. It's an interesting little neighborhood over here. And when that little voice peeps his ugly head, it's tough to ignore him sometimes. But we got to push through. We all got to push through. But when you have a purpose, and I'm reading Think and Grow Rich now, this is what motivated me to say this. You got to have that burning desire if you have that definiteness of purpose. And my purpose right now is to wake up as many people as I can to this evilness that's going on in this world. And I'm not going to lie to you. I've been spending more time on my research on this stuff and then making videos and spending time on this stuff than I am with my financial stuff. And I'm noticing that. But when God has a plan for you and he tells you to do something, which I believe he's doing for me right now, because there's always a reason why we wake up. I believe I'm truly believing that, because sometimes we all do it, right? We all say, man, what am I getting up for today? Or we complain about stuff. But I always try to think of others. And the first thing I do is have an attitude of gratitude and be thankful for a lot of things that I have in my life, as you do too. Just the ability to walk and talk and have health and all these different things that we have that money can't buy. And when I wake up every single day, I'm thankful that I woke up, and I tell him I'm thankful he woke me up. And every day when I'm about to go to sleep, I thank him again for allowing me to make it through the day and going to bed. But when you have a definiteness of purpose, I believe God puts that into you, so that when I write those things down, write on a piece of paper what my purpose is now, and my purpose is fighting this evil and being a beacon of good. Do I have some evil in me and some bad in me? We all got a dark side. I am not perfect. And I said something yesterday that came out as bad or evil when I said what I do to that guy that did to those kids. That's not God talking. That's the you know what talking. And that's something I got to work on. I'm doing my best not to get any physical altercations with anybody or anything like that. I've always been a peaceful man until you mess with me. And that's something I got to work on. You know, everybody's got a dark side to them. But when God gives you a purpose, and then you focus on that purpose, and every little thing that goes on in your life, you start seeing things that help you get to that purpose or helps you go towards it. And when he wakes me up every day, that's what I think about. And my wife, she gets a little angry at me sometimes, a little frustrated with me. And I ask her for forgiveness, but she knows. And then she looks at me, she goes, I know what you're doing. She's like, you talk to everybody. I have to. Everybody in the world has a gift, right? Like me, I've never been a handyman. You know what I mean? I'm just not that way. My brother is. My brother's a plumber. Man can fix anything. I can fix a couple of things here and there as a man, but that's just not my strength. One of my strengths has always been, I've been a pretty good communicator. That's a gift God has given me, to know how to talk. My grandma used to always say that. You're going to be a politician one day, she used to say. I don't know about that. I was going to say something. So I have to use the gifts that I'm given. And when I see things, when I see the darkness and the evil and the lies, I got to try to bring out the brightness, the day, or whatever you want to call it, the good, and the truth. That's what I'm trying to do every day. And part of it is doing these videos. And I know it's more efficient if I sat here and make videos instead of going out and stuff like that. But I'm not a person that sits on the couch. I like to be out. I like to be out and about. I've always been that way. And I've gotten so many opportunities because I didn't sit on the couch. And I suggest you do the same. I'm not saying you're not doing that now. Maybe you can do a little more. And I'm not talking about going out and doing what I'm doing. I'm not saying that. I'm saying when God wakes you up, he still has something planned for you. But you got to figure out what it is, or have him help you figure out what it is if you haven't figured it out already. And then have a burning desire for it and become that, because you become what you think about. It's true. So why am I making these YouTube videos? I got a lot of love to give. God gave me a lot of love to give. He gives you a lot of love to give. And I cannot let this evil win. I can't, man. And right now they've been winning some battles. I'm not gonna lie, these these evil people. But then I look at the good stuff going on. I see the Bud Light stuff. At first I was really upset about that the first day I saw that commercial. And again, I'm not against if you want to be a transformer. If you want to be a transformer, that's your life, man. You do what you want. I'm not telling you not to do it. Just don't stick it in my face or my children's face or my family's face and tell me I'm a transformer phobe if I don't like it. And when I saw the outlash and the backlash they've been getting from it, I was happy about that. The problem is these evil people are getting right what they want. I'm going to tell you a philosophy I think that's going on with these people. With the people, it's about 1,500 to 2,500 people, I believe, that run this world. They call it the 1%. It's the 1% of the 1% of the 1% of the 1% of the 1%. People that make Bill Gates look like a pauper, look like a poor man. I'll just say that, okay? This is what I believe their plan is. It's not about Bud Light or Disney or Nike, whatever company that goes woke. Because what do the Republicans say? Go woke, go broke. Nah, they're not going broke. I love walking by this place. I showed you that, guys, this yesterday. They got the Batmobile out here. I'll show you in a second when I walk by. They're not going broke. Just think about it. Just use critical thinking real quick. Why would a company like Disney or Bud Light, Nike, whoever, why would they purposely, knowingly see other companies or knowingly only talk to a small percentage of the population and know they're going to piss off a bunch of millions and millions of people and willing to lose money? Why would they do that? These are smart companies now. Very smart. Look at this. Las Vegas is filled with very interesting stuff. I love the Batmobile right there. Somebody lives in that. Just crazy. Place is huge. Anyways, why would they go and lose money on purpose like that? Well, I don't have any facts on this. I'm just using some critical thinking here. And leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think about my theory. You want to hear it? Here it goes. I think those people that are above everybody else, they have control of all the money, or 90-something% of it. The very small people. There's 8 billion people in the world, ladies and gentlemen. This is a cabal that runs the entire planet. I believe they're trying to be as efficient as they can, and their agenda is what? Power, as much power as they want. They don't need cars or money. They already have that. They want the power. So what do they got to do to get the power? They got to have control over us. And how do they control us? They control us by what we watch, what we eat, what we consume, whatever. Commercials, TV, whatever, right? So, I think, again, this is just my opinion. I think they pay these companies, because I don't think they're going broke. I don't think Bud Light's going broke. On paper, they're going broke. Disney's going broke on paper. That one movie, what is it? All these shows and movies that are replacing other people with different color people and different genders. And what was it? Velma show. What else? The one with the girl with the fish girl. You know what I'm talking about. What's her name? The white redhead girl, and she turned to a black girl. Just to name a few. On paper, they're losing money, but they're not losing money. I believe they're getting paid on the back end by these companies, or by these people, excuse me. And when you do that, when these companies are doing what they're told, because they're doing what they're told, they're bought and paid for, what does it do to the world and to the nation and stuff? Well, number one, it divides us. Boy, there's nothing better to control than to divide. And how do you conquer us? You divide us. So they're dividing us by people. You saw what Kid Rock did and them other people did with those Bud Lights. Oh, I'm not going to buy these. I'm going to shoot them up. I'm going to do this and that, which is cool. I like that. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But Bud Light's still getting paid. And I'm glad they're boycotting it. But when they're boycotting it and not messing with it, what are they doing? Bud Light's getting free advertisement, whether they're losing money or not. And when you think of Bud Light now, what do you think about? Critical thinking, ladies and gentlemen. You're thinking about the Transformers and that girl or that boy or whatever. That man, excuse me. I don't know. They must have had the surgery, but you're still a man, by the way. Divide, conquer, control, divert, distract. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. And this is why I make these videos. because we need to wake these people up. You see, it's not blacks against whites. It's not gays versus straights. It's not men versus women. It's not Christians versus atheists. It's not Republicans versus Democrats and all the 50 other things they divide us with. It's not about that. It's about us against them. It's about God versus you know who. You got to pick a side. When I told you it's good versus evil, I wasn't playing about that. That's the truth. There's no in between. I don't care if you don't know about it. I don't care if you sit on the fence. I don't care if you're not political. I don't care about none of that. You got to get in the game, buddy. For real. It's tough. It's tough living this world. You know, especially if you're a millennial. You got screwed as a millennial financially. Look what your grandparents had. They had an opportunity to get a house, retirement, all this other stuff. You don't have that as a millennial. Look how many millennials don't have a home. That's just a basic necessity. Now, me personally, I'm almost a millennial. I think millennials 1981 it starts. I was born 75, so I was 6 when millennials started coming in. So I'm a late Gen Xer. Look what they're doing to y'all as millennials. Because most of you guys are millennials. Some of you guys are boomers, and some of you guys are Gen Xers like me. You got to get in where you fit in, ladies and gentlemen. We know that the dollar is dying. You don't think America is going to do whatever they can to fight against that? I make these videos because I can't let them win on my watch. And when you had soldiers and people willing to die for what they believed in, I'm willing to die too. I'm not going to put myself in harm's way, but I will say this. I'm not going to go over there and fight anybody. I suggest nobody fights a WA or a war on this BS that we're talking about with Brandon and all them. But I'll tell you this, if somebody comes over here, I'll dig in. And I know who's got my back. And that's you guys. So what do we need to do? We need to keep stacking, of course. We need to keep fighting. And we need to keep praying and keep God in your life. You need to find yourself and figure out what it is that gets you up every day. Why does God have you up every day? What's your purpose? The sun's going down. I had a long day today. Guess what I'm gonna do when I go in the house? I'm gonna work on that video. I got a lot of other stuff to do, but I gotta make this video, man. I believe it's important. Now, YouTube says don't post videos after a certain time or else whatever. You won't get good enough views. I'm still gonna post it. If I can get a chance to edit it, I'm still gonna post it. If it's late, it's late. Because I'm behind. It's 6:35 p.m. here, Pacific time. But boy, let me tell you something. YouTube's on me now. I got down to 591 subscribers. I was at 599, and I mentioned I was at 600. Then it started dropping down. Then I picked up 2 more. Well, who knows by the time I upload this video. My videos used to upload very fast. Now they're uploading real slow lately because they're going through my videos with a fine-tooth comb and they're not pushing them out to anybody. So I'm gonna need you guys to do me a favor. Check your notification bell to make sure you know my video's on. And every once in a while, maybe every 12 to 24 hours, just go to my channel and see if I made a new video. If you want to share it, you can. If you don't, I understand. I appreciate you watching, I really do. Holy crap, it's been 25 minutes almost. All right, guys, man, I be rambling, don't I? Like I said, God gave me a gift to talk. Anyways, I'm rambling now. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. I love each and every one of you. And remember, God ain't done with you yet. If you woke up, he's got work for you to do. Figure out what that work is. Pray to him. Ask him. And then go out there and do your work. And do his work. I love each and every one of you. God bless your family. Thank you so much for watching. God bless this country, man. God bless this country. Keep stacking, keep fighting, and keep believing. I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.